Okay, the more we learn about our government, the more grotesque it is. Your hard-earned taxpayer dollars are being wasted. Elon Musk, Donald Trump, they are going after it to save you money every single day. So there's this underground bunker. So Elon Musk got some attention yesterday while talking in the Oval Office when he started talking about our bizarrely inefficient federal retirement process. Apparently, only 10,000 federal workers can retire in a month because that's the processing limit of federal workers who can handle retirement applications. Why? Well, they're all work in a giant mine shaft north of Pittsburgh. That's right. They work in a mine shaft. Is this Lord of the Rings? Is this the mines of Moria? What is Elon Musk talking about? Well, let's watch some of this here.
This is actually, I think, a great anecdote because we're told the most number of people that could retire possibly in a month is 10,000. We're like, well, why is that? Well, because all the retirement paperwork is manual on paper. It's manually calculated, then written down on a piece of paper. Then it goes down a mine. And like, what do you mean a mine? Like, yeah, there's a limestone mine where we store all the retirement paperwork. And the limiting factor is the speed at which the mine shaft elevator can move determines how many people can retire from the federal government. And the elevator breaks down sometimes, and then nobody can retire. Doesn't that sound crazy?
The thing is, it's all true. The Office of Personnel Management processes federal retirement paperwork inside of a formal limestone mine in Boyers, Pennsylvania. Now, by the way, it's a few miles north of Butler, Pennsylvania. Just saying. Hundreds of people work in this old mine. Hundreds of people work in this old mine. Hundreds of feet underground. So let me just get this straight. You know what this reminds me of in The Office? When Michael Scott wanted to take, in Scranton, Pennsylvania, take everybody on a big adventure. And they start talking about, well, you can go kind of into the shaft elevator into a mine. So no, this is not where Michael Scott wanted to take the entire office on a little excursion, on a little trip. Something much different. So hundreds of people work in this mine. And the funny thing, though, is the mine shaft isn't the scandal. The scandal is that the federal retirement process is still done on millions of pages of physical paper, all stored in thousands upon thousands of file cabinets and manila folders. We've had PC computers for half a century. Why is our federal government retirement system still pretending it's 1947? It's because I think there's kickbacks.
The reason that departments can't pass audits is because the payments don't have a categorization code. It's like just a massive number of blank checks just flying out the building. So you can't reconcile blank checks. You've got comment fields that are also blank, so you don't know why the payment was made. And then we've got this truly absurd, a do not pay list, which can take up to a year for an organization to get on a do not pay list. And this, we're talking about terrorist organizations, we're talking about known fraudsters, known aspects of waste, known things that do not match any congressional appropriation, can take up to a year to get on the list, and even once on the list is not used. It's mind-blowing.
The Washington Post reported on all of this a decade ago. In that article, they talked to a Reagan appointee who was shocked that the system wasn't computer automated in 1981. Yet here we are, 44 years later, still using paper. Because of this, it costs us more than $100 and takes several months just through the paperwork of a retiring federal employee. That's how frozen in time Washington, D.C. has become. This is why we need DOGE. Listen more of Elon Musk holding court in the Oval Office.
Really, everything is geared towards complaint minimization. So then you understand the motivations. So if people receive money, they don't complain, obviously. But if people don't receive money, they do complain. And the fraudsters complain the loudest and the fastest. They approve all the payments at Treasury. Because if you approve all the payments, you don't get complaints. But now we're saying that, no, actually, we are going to complain. If money is spent badly, if your taxpayer dollars are not spent in a sensible and frugal manner, then that's not okay.
We need talented young people from tech to come in and blow up a system that refuses to really make anything modernized since World War II. In fact, J.D. Vance talked about this in Paris, France at the AI Summit, where we have ambitious, aspirational young people that want to fix our government. Listen to J.D.
This administration wants to be very clear about one last point. We will always center American workers in our AI policy. We refuse to view AI as a purely disruptive technology that will inevitably automate away our labor force. We believe, and we will fight for policies that ensure that AI is going to make our workers more productive, and we expect that they will reap the rewards with higher wages, better benefits, and safer and more prosperous communities.
It is even worse than you could realize. And by the way, just on some cursory examination of the Social Security Administration, we find out that there's more than a smoking gun there. There's a smoking nuclear weapon. You that are working your tail off, if you're a plumber, a hairdresser, a welder, a teacher, we see you out there. And thank you for supporting this YouTube channel. And they are wasting your money. They're wasting your money because they don't care about you. President Trump cares about you. He's in the arena deploying Elon, deploying DOGE to save you money every single day. Listen to this Social Security. It's just like unbelievable. Play cut 102.
There's crazy things like just cursory examination of Social Security, and we've got people in there that are 150 years old. Now, do you know anyone who's 150? I don't. Okay. They should be on the Guinness Book of World Records. They're missing out. So, that's a case where, I think they're probably dead. It's my guess. Or they should be very famous, one of the two. And then there's a whole bunch of Social Security payments where there's no identifying information. Well, why is there no identifying information?
They say he's a threat to democracy. He's the fulfillment of our democratic norms and principles. He is the manifestation that the people get what they want, that what you vote for is what you get, that there are no secret appearances. President Trump adds, I see a lot of kickbacks, tremendous kickbacks on these contracts. They're going after the nerve center of the regime deep state. Play cut 100.
I see a lot of kickback here.
There's a lot of kickbacks.
A tremendous kickback, because nobody could be so stupid to give out some of these contracts, so he has to get a kickback. So that's what I got elected for, that and borders and military and a lot of things, but this is a big part of it. And I hope that the court system is going to allow us to do what we have to do. We got elected to among other things, find all of this fraud, abuse.
What else is there happening in the federal government? The widespread misuse, mismanagement. When we are on a campaign to save you money and to bring government to be more efficient. God bless President Trump, and God bless this administration. Make sure you guys hit the subscribe button. By the way, I will be at the University of South Florida next week. So come on by, ask a question. If you disagree, I want to hear from you. That's right. Tampa, Florida, get in a car, University of South Florida, high noon on February 20th, the kickoff of the American Comeback Tour. We'll see you guys there.